Bart's Inner Child is a pretty great episode of The Simpsons. I do feel like it took quite a bit of time to get to the point, and that's kind of usually the case. The first 10 minutes of a 25-ish minute episode of The Simpsons usually is setting up, but with this one it just felt a little bit longer. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because it starts off pretty interestingly. This aired originally in December of 1993. It's the 7th episode of the 5th season and it's directed by Bob Anderson. And it starts off with Homer getting a free trampoline from Krusty, and all of the kids in the neighborhood go on this trampoline, kids and adults, and every single one of them gets injured. And there's this beautiful bit of animation where it pans out from the trampoline and we just see this eternal field of injured bodies, and it's so beautiful and so effective. I know maybe beautiful is a bit of a crass word to use there, but it does look fantastic. It really impressed me. But the main point of this episode, Marge decides to go and see Brad Goodman, a self-help guru, and while they're there, Bart actually gives one of my favourite lines in The Simpsons, and it's not even that clever or that well crafted. It's quite simple because it's from the mouth of a child and it's very effective. And I will spoil what that is in a moment, but if you haven't seen the episode, I won't spoil any specifics to begin with. And Brad Goodman kind of says that Bart represents the inner child that everybody has, and we should just be like that inner child. Because Bart, a child, does what he wants, we should all just do what we want and feel liberated. And suddenly the people of Springfield begin to do what they want. And it's pretty exciting to see some of the things that they would do, to see adults acting like children and letting their hair down and letting loose. But there are, of course, consequences to this, both for the people of Springfield and for Bart as well. And I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really strong episode. I really like Bart in this one. I liked his attitude. I liked kind of how things were turned on its head. And as I said, I liked that particular line. Okay, spoilers from now then. There will be spoilers, not many spoilers. I think I'm probably just going to spoil this one line. I won't go into any other details. But this one line is where Brad Goodman says, when you stop being a human being, you become a human doing. And he asks the audience, what's the next step? And Bart says, a human going. And I don't know why, but whenever I hear that, it just, even though I know it's coming, it just really amuses me. And I genuinely enjoy that aspect of it. It is a really strong episode. As I said, it felt like it took a little bit longer than usual to get to the main narrative. Not that that was a bad thing, because I enjoyed the setup. I enjoyed what happened before that. It was more just an observation than anything else. But I enjoyed Bart's Inner Child a lot. Maybe one of my favourite episodes from the 5th season. Is it one of my favourite episodes overall? Maybe. I don't know. We also have James Brown in this, voicing James Brown. He plays himself, and of course, he gives us a brilliant rendition of one of his most iconic songs. I won't say which one it is, just in case you haven't seen the episode. I don't want to spoil any more than I have. But that was quite delightful as well. Definitely feel like Bart's Inner Child is a solid, all-round, quality episode that I'm always happy to watch. Definitely a firm favourite from the 5th season.